So a few days ago, I posted a clip from a Dollar Tree trip, just a quick 15-second clip showing one item I found, and I genuinely did not expect anything to happen with it. I posted it the way I post everything. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, and my phone would not stop buzzing. That clip had exploded overnight. Comments were pouring in. People were tagging their friends. Other creators were duetting it. And by the time I sat down to actually read through everything, I realized this random little dollar store find had somehow broken the internet, at least for a day or two. So today I am doing a full deep dive into that entire haul, showing you everything from that trip, not just the one item that went viral. And I am going to explain exactly why I think this particular clip took off the way it did, because understanding that has actually changed how I shop and film going forward. If you are just finding this channel because of that viral clip, welcome. I am so glad you are here, and I promise the rest of my content is just as fun. Budget shopping hauls, dollar store deals, and clearance finds posted multiple times a week. If you want to see more of this kind of content, go ahead and hit subscribe now, because I promise I have a lot more coming. And honestly, some of it might surprise you just as much as this one did. Let's start from the beginning of that trip, because context really does matter here. I walked into my local Dollar Tree on what felt like a completely normal afternoon. Nothing about the parking lot, the store, or the initial few aisles gave me any indication that this was going to be a different kind of shopping trip. I was just doing my usual routine, starting in the seasonal section, working my way through home goods, and eventually ending up in the section that changed everything, the beauty and wellness aisle. That is where I found the item that ended up going viral, a specific style of facial steamer, small, compact, plug-in device that is supposed to open your pores and help with skincare routines before applying serums or masks. Now, these facial steamers, when you look them up online, typically retail anywhere from $25 to $60 depending on the brand and the features included. Some with aromatherapy compartments, some with just basic steam function. I found what looked like an almost identical version sitting on the clearance shelf at Dollar Tree, and I picked it up mostly out of curiosity, not really expecting it to be anything special. When I got home and actually plugged it in to test it, that is when I filmed the clip that ended up going everywhere. I filmed myself plugging it in, watching the steam actually start working within about a minute, and my genuine unfiltered reaction was just pure shock, because I did not expect a dollar store find to actually function like a real skincare tool. That raw, authentic reaction, I think, is exactly why the clip resonated with so many people, because it did not feel staged or scripted. It felt like watching a friend discover something exciting in real time. But that steamer was not the only thing I found that day, and I think it is worth walking through the rest of the haul, because there were several other items that honestly deserve just as much attention, even if they did not go viral themselves. The second item I picked up was in the same beauty aisle, a set of silicone face scrubbers, the soft bristled kind you use with cleanser to gently exfoliate your skin. These tools have become incredibly popular in skincare routines online, often selling for around $8 to $15 depending on the brand. Finding a nearly identical version for $1 felt like such a natural companion purchase to the steamer, since they work well together as part of a full at-home facial routine. I also grabbed a jade facial roller while I was in that aisle, because at this point I was fully in treasure hunting mode. These cooling facial tools are everywhere on social media right now, often priced between $15 and $25 at specialty retailers. The one I found had the same smooth stone feel and the same rolling mechanism, and testing it against my skin at home, It genuinely felt just as satisfying as the pricier versions I have tried before. Moving into the hair care section, I found a set of silk hair scrunchies, the kind that are gentle on your hair and do not cause the breakage that regular elastic bands can create over time. Silk scrunchies at boutique retailers can run anywhere from $5 to $10 for just a couple, and I found a whole pack of them for $1 in a variety of colors that actually matched current trending shades I have seen in styling videos. I also picked up a small compact mirror with built-in LED lighting around the edges, similar in style to the ring light mirrors that have become popular for makeup application and content creation. These lighted mirrors typically sell for $20 to $40 depending on the size and brightness settings. The one I found was smaller in scale, but the lighting actually worked well, evenly lit, not too harsh, and definitely usable for quick touch-ups or even filming close-up content. In the kitchen section on the same trip, I found a set of reusable produce bags, the mesh kind you use instead of the plastic bags at the grocery store for fruits and vegetables. These eco-friendly swaps have become popular as more people try to reduce single-use plastic. And sets like these at specialty stores can run $10 to $20 for a full set. I found a smaller set for $1, and while it was not quite as many bags as the premium sets, it was more than enough to get started without a big investment. I also grabbed a set of silicone baking cups, the reusable kind that replace paper cupcake liners, colorful and flexible, easy to clean and reuse indefinitely instead of buying paper liners over and over. These have genuinely helped me cut down on kitchen waste since I started using them. And finding a full set for $1 meant I could stock up without thinking twice. Back in the home decor section, I found a small tabletop water fountain, the kind with a gentle trickling sound meant to create a calming atmosphere in a room. These decorative fountains at home goods stores can range anywhere from $20 to $50, depending on the size and material. The one I found was smaller, plastic instead of stone, but when I plugged it in, the sound was genuinely soothing, and it added a nice ambient touch to my desk setup at home. I also picked up a set of battery-operated string lights, the warm white kind, that people use for cozy bedroom or living room ambiance, especially popular in dorm room and apartment decorating trends online. These string lights, especially the higher quality battery-operated ones, can run $8 to $15 depending on length and brightness. Finding a solid length of warm white lights for $1 meant I could layer multiple strands throughout my space without spending much at all. Now here is where I want to circle back to why I think that steamer clip specifically went as viral as it did. Because I have thought about this a lot since it happened. I think there were three things working together. First, the price gap was extreme and easy to understand instantly. A $1 item doing something that a $60 item does, that is an immediate, obvious hook that does not require any explanation. Second, my reaction was completely genuine. I was not performing shock for the camera. I was actually shocked. And I think viewers can tell the difference between authentic reactions and performed ones almost instantly. And third, the timing was right. Skincare and self-care content has been massively popular. So a budget-friendly way to participate in that trend landed at exactly the right moment for a lot of people who wanted to try these routines without spending a lot of money. I also want to be transparent about something because I think it is important. Not every dollar store facial steamer or beauty tool is going to perform exactly the same way mine did. There can be variation between individual units, and I always recommend testing electronics like this carefully when you first use them, keeping an eye on how they function, and not leaving them unattended while plugged in, just like you would with any small appliance. I got lucky that mine worked exactly as expected, but I always want to encourage safe testing rather than assuming every single unit will behave identically. Something else worth mentioning, after that video went viral, I actually heard from several of you in the comments that you went out searching for that exact same steamer at your own local Dollar Tree, and the responses were really mixed. Some of you found it immediately and had the same amazing reaction I did. Others reported that their store did not carry it at all, or that it had already sold out by the time they got there because of how quickly the clip spread. I think this is such an important reminder about dollar store shopping in general. Inventory varies wildly store to store and changes constantly, so even a viral item is never guaranteed to be sitting on your specific local shelf. My best advice, if you are chasing a specific viral find, call ahead if your store allows it, or just make the trip part of a normal shopping day so you are not disappointed if it is not there, but pleasantly surprised if it is. I also want to talk a little bit about how strange the last few days have honestly been for me as a creator, because I do not think people realize how much a viral moment actually changes behind the scenes. My notifications did not stop for almost 2 full days. I had messages from other creators asking to duet or stitch the clip, requests from brands I had never even heard of before asking if I wanted to try their products, and honestly, a lot more scrutiny on my other videos than I am used to, with people going back through my whole channel to see what else I had posted. It has been a genuinely wild experience, exciting for sure, but also a lot to process all at once. What I keep coming back to, though, is that none of this changes what I actually do here. I am still going to keep going into dollar stores, thrift stores, and clearance sections, looking for the deals that feel genuinely exciting, and sharing them with you honestly, whether they go viral or not. I think that authenticity is exactly what made this particular clip resonate in the first place, and I do not want to start performing or forcing reactions just because one video did really well. I would rather keep doing exactly what I have always done and let the moments that are genuinely surprising speak for themselves. So that is the full story behind the haul that broke the internet, at least for me and my little corner of it, everything I found that day, why I think that one specific clip took off the way it did, and what it has been like on my end watching it all unfold. If you found this video because of that viral moment, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you stick around, because I promise there is a lot more where that came from. And if you have been here since before all of this happened, thank you even more, because you have been supporting this channel long before any of this attention arrived. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps more than you would think. Drop a comment and let me know if you already tried to find that steamer at your own local store, and whether you had the same lucky find I did or came up empty-handed. And if you are not subscribed yet, now is honestly the perfect time, because I have several more hauls already planned, and who knows, maybe one of them ends up going just as viral as this one did. Thank you all so much for watching and for all the support over the last few days. It truly means everything, and I will see you in the next video.